Today, we are going to play until we win the title.
Sometimes you're a fire, sometimes you're a ghost. Sometimes you can give me all the things that I love the most. Sometimes you're a queen, sometimes you're a curse, and sometimes a whole lot worse. Yeah, nobody's quite like you.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 13 of Blue Hell Worldwide here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well, and today we are going to play until we win the title here in our first season at Sporting Kansas City in the MLS League, or until we bottle things, but hopefully it will be playing until we win the title, which would be a nice way to end this first season, considering we were supposed to be a mid-table contender in this league. So if you're looking forward to that, then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and enjoy this series here on the channel, also consider hitting that subscribe button, turning that notification bell on, leaving a comment, all that good sort of YouTube algorithm stuff. But in yesterday's episode, which if you missed, I'll leave a link to above my head in the top right corner, we did have our youth intake. It was a very good one in my opinion anyway, and we also had a game where we did try and seal promotion to Super League 1 against the Seattle Sounders. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the job done then, but today we are gunning for the title after playing 2 games since the end of yesterday's episode. First up, we had an away trip to Mexico to take on Deportivo Guadalajara. If we won this game, we would have secured promotion to Super League 1. Unfortunately, things didn't quite go to plan in this game. Deportivo Guadalajara starting things off well in the 25th minute, Antuña setting up Peralta, and they did go 1-0 up. In the second half, we made a few changes as we did have to rotate the team a fair bit going into this game, but Guddy kinda chips the goalkeeper there in the 71st minute, and we equalise at 1-1, and that result might have been enough to see us gain promotion, but unfortunately then Sigurdsson just throws the ball away about 10 minutes later with 10 minutes to go in the game, and in the end they are able to get a pretty easy goal, and they get all 3 points because of that mistake by Sigurdsson. So a little bit of a frustrating way to lose that game, but based on stats, it was all that they deserved. We were very average in this game, so can't complain, and had still not secured promotion at the end of this game. But then we went to LA to take on the Galaxy, and this was the game where we secured our spot in Super League 1 for next season. A much better start from us here in the 9th minute. Lindsay out to the edge of the box, and a wonderful first time finish from Gianluca Busio to make it 1-0, and it was the score at halftime as well. Then in the second half, Guddy kinda flicks that out to Johnny F. and Russell back into the box, and Remy Walter with a good finish into the right-hand side of goal to make it 2-0, and then to absolutely seal things with a half hour to go. Good ball out there to Busio, puts that across for Remy Walter. His shot is saved, but falls very kindly to Johnny F. and Russell to make it 3-0, and that was the result which sees us go up to Super League 1, the second tier of this World Super League next season. So we are going to be taking on new teams in a new league next season, which is a good achievement for us. As I said earlier, we were only expected to be a mid-table team in this division, so we've done very well with a good core first team. Has seen us go quite well this season, and that was a very dominant performance from us to get the 3-0 win, which does see us earn that automatic promotion, and more than likely it's going to be FC Dallas joining us over Atlanta United. Junior FC fell right away. Still a little bit of a battle between Dallas and Atlanta, but with those 3 games left in the season at the moment and a 5-point gap, it does heavily favour Dallas coming in to the end of the season. So as I said, what we're going to do today is play until we secure the title. We have a 6-point gap on Dallas, so if results go our way in this match week on the 1st of May, we could secure it today, but more than likely it will take us 2 or 3 games as long as Dallas keep up a good run of form. If we do secure the title earlier than expected, we will do 2 games anyway, I think, and maybe show you guys highlights from another one. The last one of the season is another game against the LA Galaxy. Hopefully we secure things before the end of that, and then we'll come back next time around for a full end of season review video. We'll have a look at stats and things like that for this club, our squad here this season, potentially see where we could improve, and we'll also have a look around all the other leagues in this World Super League. There's a lot of tiers, a lot of divisions, so that could take a little bit of time to get through, but we'll go through that just to see who's going up and who's going down, because I can already tell you guys there's a few teams going down who you would expect to go down, but also a few who could be going down which are very unexpected and interesting indeed. But we'll save that for the next time we see you guys. But first off today, we are taking on Cruz Azul, a team who did defeat us earlier in the season. So hopefully we can get some revenge here, and that could be what we need to secure the title. Also going into today's episode, unfortunately, we do have a semi-serious injury. It's going to rule them out for the rest of the season. That is Johnny F. and Russell, a twisted ankle during training. So that means he is out for the remainder of the season. And also going into this game, Graham Zusi still serving that suspension from that nasty tackle he did in one of the highlighted games in yesterday's episode. But we'll come back to you guys shortly for the first of potentially 3, more than likely 2 games in today's episode where we could seal this MLS League title in the 3rd tier of the World Super League, trying to get some revenge against Cruz Azul from Children's Mercy Park. And here are the team sheets for the first game of today's episode. Cruz Azul down the right, no overly familiar names from their team, not like when we took on Seattle yesterday. A few interesting names in that team, but nothing there that I recognise. For us, with Zusi out, Jalen Lindsay is going to start Sigurdsson down to the bench after throwing away those points against Deportivo Guadalajara. Isamat Mirin gets the start over a slightly tired Fontas. We've got our first choice midfield, and in terms of the wings for that Johnny Russell injury, we're going to try Gadi Kinda out on the right, as I think that could be a pairing that works quite well for next season with their star ratings. They are our 2 best rated wingers here at Sporting Kansas City at the moment. So Kerry Shelton will stay on the bench. Simon Ajalingra will come on as a backup left winger for Daniel Shalloy, but I think we'll just see what Gadi Kinda can do out on the right wing with next season in mind. But it's a pretty strong team that we're putting out for this game. Hopefully we can get all 3 points. And a quick early highlight here for Cruz Azul in the dark blue, but Isamat will head that away and we'll try and get them on the counter-attack. Us at home in the light blue. As I said, Cruz Azul in the dark blue, and that's a nice ball out for Gadi Kinda. Can he do something from a tight angle? Gets brought down, and they have given a penalty, but VAR is going to check it. So hopefully this gets upheld, because this would be a great start for this game. But unfortunately, VAR has ruled that it is not a penalty. Probably fair enough. I think the tackler did get a bit of the ball, so still 0-0 after 2 minutes. 9 minutes gone, and we have a Cruz Azul throw-in a good area of the pitch for them as they look to strike first and make it 2 wins from 2 in games against us so far this season. And to finish the season, in fact, of course, as we are in the last 3 games, where hopefully we can secure this title. We have pressed them quite nicely here, though, as they look to back pass and are now inside their own half, albeit not for very long as they start to drive forward. It's a good foot in there from Gianluca Busio. Ball over the top for Polito. Great chance here. What can he do? Chips the goalkeeper, and we go 1-0 up after 10 minutes. Some good pressing there from our midfield come attackers to really get them on the back foot. Good interception from Gianluca Busio, getting the ball off them there, off of Pineda, and puts a nice ball over the top. It's a very good goal that he has set up, and Polito with the nice finish, just chipping the goalkeeper, just goes in under the crossbar, and we make it 1-0 after 10 minutes. 14 minutes gone, and we have a corner here. Busio trying to get another assist, but Isamat just puts that over the bar, and it's still 1-0. 34 minutes gone, and Cruz Azul with a free kick, albeit deep in their own half, but they start to try and go forward a bit further as they try and equalise in this game. But so far, the highlights have been in our favour, despite Cruz Azul starting them with the ball. That's a poor pass there, and they will get possession back this time around. Barker getting around one of our midfielders there out to Alvarado as they look to strike back in the 10 minutes before half-time. The ball goes back to Romo, who does have an orange injury. Maybe that's something that we can look to target, but Pineda out to Rivero, just on the edge of the box. It's a tackle there from Louis Martins. Now that looked like it was right on the edge of the box, so this could actually be quite interesting to see whether it's a penalty or not. I suggest it probably is going to be, and indeed it is. Unfortunately, VAR not on our side today, but it did look like it was just slightly inside the box, and they have a chance to equalise here with 9 minutes to go. Pineda with the penalty, and he tucks that away very nicely, low and hard into the bottom right corner. His first goal of the season. There's FMing, as often happens when you play a team who are struggling a little bit. First goal of the season from the penalty spot. That's interesting. Pineda, and it is 1-1 as we get closer to halftime. 47 minutes, we have a late free kick in this game. Louis Martins, Isamat just had to get that on target, and we would have been going into halftime 2-1 up. but it is 1-1. Frustrating to concede the penalty, but on the whole, it has been a pretty dull game so far. They have the higher XG than us, but penalties aside, they haven't offered much here, have Cruz Azul. We've been only okay, so need to improve in the second half, but 1-1, not a terrible result for us, but hopefully we can get a winning goal in the second half. A few players on average ratings, but we'll just leave them out there and see what they can do and hopefully grab a winning goal to get 3 points out of this game. 50 minutes gone, and the first highlight of the second half starts with a goal kick to Cruz Azul. Busio winning the header, and Daniel Shalloy, who's not having a great game so far, looks to create something down the left-hand side, picks out Pulido, and that is a really nice finish there from Alan Pulido to get a double for the day. He was going backwards and has put that away into the top right corner very nicely indeed, and we are back in front, and this could be the 3 points that we need to secure the title. It was an interesting cross from Shallow. He went straight through the legs there of Romo, and as I said, a really nice finish there from Pulido on the retreat to get that into the top right corner. They'll check offside. Not that this is a goal that looked overly threatening of it, having travelled backwards there, Pulido. Good finish, as I said, and we're back in front 2-1 just after halftime. Right, coming up towards the end of this game, only 6 minutes left. We have made our 3 substitutions. Cicelo coming on for Walter. We brought Maxi Oliveira on for Martins as well. And Tete came on for Illy just after we got the first goal. But unfortunately, he also picked up a yellow card, which was one of the reasons that we brought him on for Illy, because he was also on a yellow card, but not much difference there. So those are the 3 subs that we have made. We've got a few tired bodies out there still, but hopefully we can cling on to this result to get 3 points out of this game as we knock the ball about just outside the box. Busio with a shot blocked. Kinda now. Pulido with a shot blocked. Busio, I think that was again, but he hits the post, and it does remain 2-1 as we get into the final minutes of this game. And we are now up to the 91-minute mark. Not a lot happening. Cruz Azul have not offered us much in this game, and we have won it 2-1, but we do not have a trophy celebration yet, so that does mean that FC Dallas must have got a result in their game, but we played okay in that. It wasn't an overly good performance. You look at the stats, they were reasonably even. We had slightly more shots on goal, slightly more shots overall, less XG, but that was mainly down to the penalty. For the most part of that game, we did look the better side, but just scraped through because we gave that penalty away, but we'll take that. And now I think all we need is 1 more point to secure the title from our remaining 2 games. And right down the bottom there, you can see FC Dallas just getting the job done there with a late goal to win over the Vancouver Whitecaps. So technically they are still in the hunt, but we only need 1 more point with that 6-point gap on them. And we've got a pretty good goal difference as well. So even if we did lose our last 2 games, they'd need to do quite a bit of good stuff with FC Dallas to catch us up. But we'll come back shortly for the second game of today's episode, where hopefully we can clinch the title as we take on 9th place Puebla FC. And we've got TV coverage for this game as we try and seal the title. There was Puebla, the home team, playing a 4-3-3 with 2 defensive midfielders. So going quite defensive on us. We've got Zusi and Fontas back. We are starting Shelton and Harris, though, as Pulido and Kinder are both just a little bit tired. So we'll see if we can get the job done here without those guys starting. We might bring them on later in the game. All we need is 1 point. We are in the dark blue, Puebla and the white. Let's see if we can get this point and secure the MLS title. 11 minutes gone. First highlight here is to Puebla. Another change I forgot to mention. Busio is a little bit tired as well, so Espinoza is in the starting 11. I think Busio's about to go on international duty with the under-23 Americans as well. But after that attack from Puebla, we look to get something going ourselves down the right-hand side. Zusi putting a ball in there for young Wilson Harris. What can he do? He buries it. He has been a very good backup striker for us this season. Has Wilson Harris's 14th goal of the season. That was some nice work starting with the rollout from goal from Melia. Zusi makes his way down the right, picks out a nice ball that's just weighted well enough for Harris to run onto and puts this away quite nicely into the left-hand side of goal. And that might be the goal that earns us the title here, as it's 1-0 after 12 minutes. 22 minutes gone, and it is a throw-in for Puebla in a good area of the pitch. They put a ball in. Martinez with the header, just goes wide. Good chance for them there, but still 1-0. 36 minutes gone, another free kick here to Puebla, and Peng gets his head to that. I believe it was just over the bar again, but they're getting some chances from set pieces, but still does remain 1-0 to SKC, just shy of half time. And now they have a throw-in again here to Puebla as they look to put the pressure on us after we got that goal through Wilson Harris. That's a nice ball there from Guillermo Martinez Paganoni with the assist, and to be fair to them, that is a goal that they deserve, and it is 1-1 as we are 4 minutes shy of halftime. They've looked very dangerous from set piece in this game so far. Have Puebla. Martinez just getting beyond the defence there. Good header into the top right corner, and it's 1-1. And that is halftime in this game, 1-1. To be fair to Puebla, that they have actually been the more dominant team stats-wise and highlight-wise, so they definitely deserve to be level with us at the break. We just snuck that goal in early through Wilson Harris, but they're playing quite well here, so we have our work cut out for us if we're going to try and get the point that we need or hold on to it. Anyway, we'll make one change at halftime. Walter, I think we'll try Cicero there just instead of him to see if that makes any difference, but we'll see what these guys can do. That change aside in the second half, try and get this point to earn us the MLS title, as it is 1-1 at halftime against Puebla. And a highlight shortly off the back of the restart, Puebla with a throw in a good area of the pitch, and as we've seen so far, they have been quite dangerous from set pieces in good areas of the pitch, although that ball goes straight through to Melia, and we might be able to get them on the counter-attack here. Daniel Shallowy having an okay game so far, loses possession, but that's a bit of a messy tackle. The ball's fallen very kindly there to Daniel Shallowy, and Wilson Harris gets a double. It was a slide tackle. They looked like they were going to tidy that up, but the right back there, I believe it was, is an absolute shocker for Puebla. Salas with the good tackle. It is Peng who is on the ball. In fact, it's Perg. Just let Shallowy get onto it, put a ball in. Wilson Harris unmarked, and we go 2-1 up just after half time. Really good position to be trying to secure the title here now. Right, we're about to have a corner here in the 67th minute. We have made one substitution since you were last here. Daniel Shallowy got a bit tired, so we brought Simon Adringra on for him. Hopefully he can do a decent job for us here, but we're about to have a corner. We put it into the mixer. They do head it away here to Puebla, but Espinoza to tidy things up. Good slide tackle from Paganoni, and this time they tidy things up to Puebla. A little bit sloppy from Espinoza, as he probably could have got to that if he reacted a bit sooner, but didn't. So they are on the ball here. Puebla. Tabo in the mixer puts a ball across. It's headed clear from Cicero, I believe. That was an interesting option. Now Segura, what is Tim Melia doing there? That's some shocking goalkeeping. He's been really good for us most of the season, but hasn't finished the season off as well. That was really sloppy, and he's given away some points now last few games as well through some sloppy work. He comes out for it, just dives at it, just nowhere near it, and Segura with a simple finish, and it's back even terms, 2-2 with 20 minutes to go. Okay, 72 minutes gone. We're going to make a substitution before this highlight starts. Louis Martin will be going off for Maxi Oliveira with that red heart 6.5 rating, so that change is about to take place, but we do have a highlight here, and Fontas pumps that deep for Kerry Shelton. Can he get us a goal to secure 3 points? He's brought down in the box, and VAR is going to check this again, very similar to the penalty that was overturned in the first game of today's episode. Hopefully it's in our favour this time, but unfortunately it isn't. VAR just not on our side today, and it does remain 2-2 with just over a quarter of an hour to go. 80 minutes gone. Puebla looking to extend our run towards the title with a corner, but we do hit it away, so we would still be claiming the title with the score at 2-2. Fernandez from a tight angle hits it straight into the side netting. Good run from him. Not a great finish though, and still it remains 2-2. 87 minutes gone as we try and cling on for this point, which will see us win the title. We haven't played well today, so they probably deserve more than a draw out of this to Puebla, but would take the point if it's offered to us as we get on the attack here through Simon Adringra. Nice run. What can he do? He tries to finish it off, but not very well. It's an absolute shocker, and still it remains 2-2. If we can keep it like this for the remaining 4 minutes, though, we will be claiming the title, and it looks like we are going to be doing that as we get to 95 minutes and we get the draw that is what we need, and we have won our Super League 2 tier league here in our first season at Sporting Kansas City, and we'll be going up to Super League 1 as champions of Major League Soccer. So that's a really good season for us. With one game to go, we secure the trophy. We've been consistently good for the most part this season. We'll get into that sort of thing more in tomorrow's video, but for most of the season, we've been on a really good run of form, and we have looked more or less like the team who was going to get promoted throughout it. Of course, we had a little bit of a battle with Atlanta United when we had those games in hand, but we had games in hand for quite a long time. It always felt like we were going to get our way up towards the top of the table. Other teams fell off, and we have kept up a pretty good pace and have won the title. You look at the stats, and Puebla can feel really hard done by not winning that game, but we just did enough with 2 goals to Wilson Harris. They did really gift us the second one as well, so we got a little bit lucky there, but got the point that we needed to secure the title. We'll just have a look at the points table quickly to show you guys what's happening throughout the rest of the league as we head into the final match week. And we are the only teams that have actually played in the second to last match week so far, so we can't tell you yet who would be promoted out of Atlanta and Dallas. Still heavily favouring Dallas there though, with the points advantage that they do have. But we'll come back shortly, show you guys highlights of our last game of the season against the LA Galaxy, seeing as it doesn't mean a great deal now. And we'll run through the league table, wrap up the season gameplay-wise here at Sporting Kansas City, and then we'll come back tomorrow to do a full end-of-season review and go around the leagues. And here are the highlights from that last game of the season. LA Galaxy in the dark blue, looking to get some revenge from the game that we had before the first game of today's episode, having beaten them 3-0 to secure promotion. Tavares puts a ball in here. Milanese finds Villafala, and he puts it in with a very nice finish there to make it 1-0 just after half-time. But we did strike back in the 80th minute, brought some players on off the bench. Remy Walter picking out Daniel Shalloy, a simple tap in with his head there. And that was that. We escaped with a 1-1 draw, but truth be told, we should have had more goals than that. We were really wasteful with our chances here. Looked the better team, went 1-0 down somehow, but luckily for us, got a point out of it, albeit doesn't mean a great deal as we already had the title wrapped up, but at least we don't finish the season on a loss. LA Galaxy doing quite well to get a draw out of that game, considering the stats, but I suppose that makes up the prior game we had against Puebla, where it was the opposite way around, and we got a point out of that game as well. So what that means for the MLS League at the end of the season is we are the champions with 101 points, going up in style. 31 wins out of 46 games, 8 draws, 7 losses, and a 50 goal difference. A really good season from us. And as we expected, FC Dallas do join us in the division above, albeit I'm not exactly sure what division that is. It's a bit hard to tell which teams go where in this World Super League system. So we'll just probably have to wait until next season to figure out what that is, or at least until tomorrow's episode. But it will be us and FC Dallas out of this league going up to Super League 1, and the teams going down from our league to Super League 3 are the Houston Dynamo and Real Salt Lake, both pretty comprehensively relegated as well, especially Real Salt Lake. They had a very bad season. So that's how our league stacks up. We'll go through all the other ones in tomorrow's episode, as I said, and also wrap up our end of season review at the club itself. But we are going up, and we have been given an initial transfer budget, and I'm not very happy about it. If you remember right at the start of the save, we were promised that we'd have about 15 million euros in our transfer budget for this upcoming season. We've won the league. The 48 million euros that we've got for that has gone into the bank account, and yet we are only going to be given 5.9 million euros. We were supposed to get 15 million. I don't know what's happened to that, if some of that's gone into the wage budget, because when we started off here, the wage budget was not available. We had to sort that out ourselves. So I don't know if that's where the remaining 15 million that we did have is gone, if it's gone into boosting up the wage budget as well. But 5.9 million euros is not what I was expecting. So that's going to make things quite interesting. I'll probably request with the board if we can get a little bit more money than that now that we have got the prize money for winning the league into the coffers, but that's not ideal. I was expecting about another 10 million euros to do a bit of business with going up to Super League 1, so that's not great. Early signs it might be a bit of a struggle for us to improve our first team too much going into Super League 1 at the start of next season, whichever league we do end up in Super League 1, but we'll get onto that a little bit more in tomorrow's episode. But yeah, bit of a sad way to end things. It could be a bit of a penniless promotion, you could say, because of that transfer budget we have. I don't really know exactly what's happened there, but either way, a lot less money to spend than I thought we would have, especially considering that we also won the league. The 15 million euro that we were set was when they were expecting us to be a mid-table team. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating, but hopefully that gets sorted out if we request more money from the board. Hopefully that all comes good and we can sort that out nicely and maybe get a little bit more money to use going into Super League 1 next season. But that will do it for today's episode, and gameplay-wise, the first season here of Blue Hull at SKC. We'll come back next time around, have a look at all the other leagues, who's going up, who's going down, who won the cup competitions like the Europa League, the Champions League, all that sort of stuff, the FA Cup, all the tiered cups like the one in Super League 2 that we had as well. We'll go through all that stuff and also have a look at our squad as well, and perhaps have a little bit of a look at where we might need to improve, albeit with a limited transfer budget potentially. But if you did enjoy today's episode where we did clinch the title, we're going up to Super League 1, then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and enjoyed what you saw today, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated, and until the next time I see you, we will do the end of season review, as I said, as well as look at all the other leagues and cups in this World Super League save. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.
Sometimes you can